जो इम्पोर्टेंट चीज ये है कि ये जो पार्टिकल बनेगा अभी एग्रीगेट करने होने के बाद में क्या हो जाएगा, ये कोलाइडल पार्टिकल बन जाएगा। कोलाइडल पार्टिकल और यहाँ पर जो डिस्पर्शन मीडियम था, डिस्पर्शन मीडियम यानी कि कौन सा भी लिक्विड रहेगा, लिक्विड के खुद के मॉलिक्यूल्स रहेंगे, करेक्ट। अब इन दोनों के बीच में, ऑलराइट, इन दोनों के बीच में जो अभी अट्रैक्शन रहेगा वो बहुत ही कम रहेगा। ओके, दैट मीन्स the force between the colloidal particle, that is a multimolecular colloidal particle, and the dispersion medium is very, very less, or you can say as a nil. Therefore, what will happen is this is going to act as lyophobic. अभी पिछली बार ही बोल दिया था मैंने lyophobic क्या होता है. So it is going to act as lyophobic colloid. Okay, understanding? That means it is not going to be very, very stable. ओके, बाद में एक कंपैरिजन, एक कॉन्सेप्ट मैप आपको दिखा दूंगा मैं, ओके, जिसमें वी आर गोइंग टू लाइक कंपेयर ऑल द थ्री डिफरेंट टाइप्स। ओके, सो आई होप यू अंडरस्टूड अबाउट दिस, दैट इज अ मल्टी मॉलिक्यूलर कोलाइड। ओके, नाउ गोइंग फॉरवर्ड विद द नेक्स्ट वन, लेट अस सी, द नेक्स्ट वन इज गोइंग टू बी मैक्रोमोलिकुलर कोलाइड। Okay, in macromolecular colloid, what will happen is whenever we have a colloidal solution को क्या चाहिए, एक बीकर में लिक्विड के साथ साथ क्या चाहिए हमको, उसमें डिस्पर्स्ड फेस चाहिए, राइट। सो लेट्स से दैट देयर आर these particular particles. Now by nature, whatever these particular particles that we have, okay, these particles are already present, or already they are having the size of a colloidal particle. ओके, यहाँ पर ऑलरेडी साइज जो पार्टिकल्स डिस्पर्स्ड है उनकी साइज जो है ऑलरेडी कोलाइडल रेंज में ही है। ओके, मगर यहाँ पर चेंजेस क्या आने वाले हैं कि यहाँ पर जो पार्टिकल्स हमारे पास है, ये पार्टिकल्स के बीच में जो क्या बोल सकते हैं हम कि फोर्सेस जो एक्ट करने वाले हैं, इनके बीच में जो फोर्सेस एक्ट करते हैं, वो फोर्सेस है, वो फोर्सेस रहेंगे हमारे those forces will be a strong van der Waals forces. मल्टीमोलिकुलर में क्या हुआ था, मल्टीमोलिकुलर में हमारे पास था एक वीक वैन डर वाल्स फोर्स, राइट। ओके, यहाँ पर वीक वैन डर वाल्स फोर्स एक्ट कर रहा था बिटवीन द कोलाइडल पार्टिकल। ओके, सेकेंडली यहाँ पर क्या था, वो लायोफोबिक था, लायोफोबिक यानी कि अट्रैक्शन बिटवीन द डिस्पर्स्ड फेज एंड डिस्पर्शन मीडियम वाज वेरी लेस इन मल्टीमोलिकुलर। मैक्रोमोलिकुलर में क्या हो जाएगा, इट इज गोइंग टू बी अ डिफरेंट वन। Okay, there is going to be good amount of attraction between a colloidal particle and the dispersion medium. Okay, so ये वाला देगा मुझे lyophilic. Okay, it is going to give me a lyophilic sol. Quite simple. So this is going to be a lyophilic sol, whereas this is going to be a lyophobic sol. That quite simple examples, right? So जो समझने वाली बात है और जो ध्यान में रखने वाली बात यह है कि बाय नेचर इन मैक्रोमोलिकुलर कोलॉइड द particles are already in the colloidal range, correct? Colloidal range, I hope you remember, 10 raised to minus 9 meters to 10 raised to minus 6 meters. इस इनके बीच में जो रेंज रहेगा वो रेंज कोलाइडल पार्टिकल्स की रेंज रहेगी, जो इट इज बिटवीन अ टू सॉल्यूशन एंड सस्पेंशन, इनके बीच में ही रहेगा वो, राइट। सो देयरफॉर whatever the forces are attracting or the forces are taking place over here, we call them as the strong van der Waals forces, and there is a attraction between or interaction between the colloidal particles and the dispersion medium, and hence we are going to say that this particular colloidal sol is going to act as a lyophilic sol. Quite simple. Okay, so let's go with the next one, that is going to be associated colloids, the most important. Okay, अभी यहाँ पर देखो associated colloid और multimolecular colloid सेम टू सेम है। okay, is going to be no difference rather than one, which I'm going to tell you now. So first, let us speak about the associated colloids. So in associated colloids, what is going to happen is you're going to take over here a beaker. Okay, you're going to take a beaker over here, and in this particular beaker, we are going to take a dispersion medium. Okay, so let's take a dispersion medium, यानी कि एक particular solvent ले लेंगे हम, right? So in the solvent, what we are going to have is we are going to have dispersed medium. Okay, dispersed phase. अब यहाँ पर dispersed phase यानी कि जो solid आप डाल रहे हो यहाँ पे, वो solid रहेगा in the form of, वो particular solid रहेगा in the form of salt. Okay, तो यहाँ पर salt डालेंगे हम, तो salt डालने के बाद क्या हो जाएगा, वो dissociate हो जाएगा. That means I'm not going to call them as atoms or molecules, rather I will be calling them as ions. यानी कि यहाँ पर जो dispersed particles है, वो dispersed particles जो है वो रहेगा ions. All right, so dispersed particles are ions. It is going to act the same way as multimolecular colloid was doing. So what it is, that is all of these particles, all of these particular particles will come close to each other. Okay, these are going to come close to each other, and as they come close to each other, they are going to form a huge cluster of molecule. Now, as they form a huge cluster of molecule, this particular cluster जो बन जाएगा, क्योंकि सब कोई aggregate हो रहे हैं, they are coming close together because of the strong van der Waals forces between them. Okay, as they come close to each other, the particle is going to have the high molecular mass. Now, this particular process will take place at a specific temperature. एक specific temperature रहेगा जहां पर ये सब कुछ हो रहा है. Okay, you cannot expect this to work out at all the temperatures. Okay, so the temperature at which this particular thing works out is called as Kraft temperature. Remember this, one of the most important concepts. Is called as the Kraft temperature. Okay, remember this point. Now, this particular thing takes place at a perfect concentration. एक concentration पर ही aggregation शुरू हो जाएगा. It was nothing as such in your multimolecular colloid. Multimolecular colloid में इसे कुछ भी नहीं बन रहा था. Okay, so in associated colloid, this entire thing, this entire phenomena occurs at one particular concentration, and that concentration we call it as CMC. Okay, CMC refers to critical micelle concentration. Is called as critical micelle concentration. Okay, remember this. So critical micelle concentration is the concentration at which this entire phenomena occurs. Okay, so any problem so far? Have you understood the three types? First one is the multimolecular colloid, macromolecular colloid, associative colloid. Now let us see the comparison chart. Okay, अब तीनों के तीनों हम डिटेल में देख लेंगे यहाँ पे. All right, so now let's go further. Now observe multimolecular colloid. What it says, it is formed by aggregation of atoms. यहाँ पर क्या दे रहे हैं हम? It is going to be formed by the aggregation of atoms here, right? Okay, now please check. Now this is formed by the aggregation of atoms, while on this particular point, associated colloids में क्या difference था? This is formed by the association of ions. ऐसे ये जो difference है इसको देखना पड़ता है. Macromolecular colloids में तो कुछ problem ही नहीं था, because by nature the particle size was in the colloidal range. Already ये colloidal range में था, तो इसका कोई problem नहीं बनेगा, right? Now, what was the second point that we had discussed? All the particles will be held together. They are going to be held together by weak van der Waals force. यहाँ पर क्या हो रहा था? यहाँ पर high, strong van der Waals force था, right? Now, molecular mass is not that very high, whereas I said over here, the molecular mass what we are going to have is going to be very, very great. Okay, so high molecular mass. यहाँ पर क्या डिस्कस किए थे हमने? इट इज गोइंग टू बी लायोफोबिक इन नेचर. Lyophobic in a sense, the attraction between your dispersed phase and dispersion medium is very less. Therefore, the soul, the solution, colloidal form जो प्रिपेयर कर दिए हमने वो उतना ज्यादा स्टेबल नहीं रहेगा. Right? Now, associated colloids, it is going to have both, that is lyophobic and lyophilic group. यहाँ पर मैंने ये डिस्कस क्यों नहीं किया, यानी कि नेक्स्ट सेक्शन अभी जो पढ़ने वाले हैं वहां पर इसको ही कंसिडरेशन में लेना है, इसको ही अच्छी तरह से पूरा डिटेल में पढ़ना था, तो इसलिए मैंने ये इस पर्टिकुलर पॉइंट को नहीं लिया था कंसिडरेशन में. ऑलराइट, so we have multimolecular colloids, macromolecular colloids and associated colloids. Okay, in exam usually they ask this, what is an associative colloids for 2 marks. Okay, यहाँ पर हमने दो पॉइंट्स मिस कर चुके हैं, that is what is Kraft temperature and what is CMC, correct, and what is going to be the CMC, right? So इन दोनों पॉइंट्स को प्लीज याद रखो, एग्जाम्स में ये यूजुअली पूछा जाता है 1 मार्क सब डिविजन में. what is Kraft temperature, what is CMC. Kraft temperature usual representation है TK. Okay, smaller k it will be like this. Done. So that is our Kraft temperature. Okay, so we'll now go with the next one, that is taking a consideration of associative colloids. कहाँ पर देखा जाता है, कैसा रहेगा, जाने से पहले प्लीज ऑब्जर्व करो यहाँ पर associative colloids में सेकेंड पॉइंट. एग्जाम्पल क्या दिया गया है? सोप्स एंड डिटर्जेंट्स. दिस इज व्हाट वी आर गोइंग टू स्टडी नाउ. Okay, so next one is the most important, very easy mechanism that you can keep in mind, and you can expect this for 3 mark subdivision. Okay, so we will be dealing today with a mechanism of micelle formation. Okay, micelle formation यानी कि क्या रहेगा? First, let me take into consideration of simple diagrams over here so that we can explain it much more easily. Okay, so let us say that we have a beaker, and in this beaker we are going to have a particular solution. Let's say we have taken the solution in the beaker, and now I'm going to insert to this particular beaker, we are going to insert detergent. Okay, so what we will be doing is we are going to put simple detergent जो घर में हम use करते हैं usually, उसको हम ले लेंगे यहाँ पे. First, what we will do is we are going to add this detergent in very small amount में हम add करेंगे. जब हम add करेंगे small amount में, तो क्या हो जाएगा, डायरेक्टली डिटर्जेंट तो पानी के अंदर नहीं जाएगा. आप लोगों ने देख लिया होगा कि फर्स्ट डिटर्जेंट हम क्या, जब भी छोटे से अमाउंट में डालेंगे, यूजुअली डिटर्जेंट ट्राइज टू गेट settled on this particular surface here. Am I right? So when that happens, when this particular thing happens, now at that point, all these particular colloidal particles what we have, or the detergent particles that we have, it will try to come and settle on this surface. Okay, it will try and come and settle on the surface. मगर हम यहाँ पर डिटर्जेंट की बात कर रहे हैं, तो डिटर्जेंट की स्ट्रक्चर्स भी बहुत इंपॉर्टेंट रहेगा. डिटर्जेंट की जो स्ट्रक्चर है वो एक बहुत ही बड़ा सा, इसे what you can say as, it is going to be having a very big long structure of carbon systems, something like this, and at the end you will be having an ionic part. Ionic part यानी कि क्या हो जाएगा, यहाँ पे you will be having a section of salt, यानी कि यहाँ पर डिटर्जेंट जो है वो कॉम्बिनेशन एक मेटल की रहेगी जैसे कि सोडियम, और यहाँ पर COOH का ग्रुप रहेगा. ओके, फॉर योर अंडरस्टैंडिंग आई विल राइट इट डाउन हियर. इट विल बी समथिंग लाइक R यानी कि ये एंटायर बड़ा सा चेन जो दिख रहा है उसको हम बोलेंगे एज R COO माइनस. अभी COO माइनस जो है वो मैं आपको यहाँ पर दिखा दूंगा. ओके, COO minus is this particular group. So this group, what you can see right now, that is your COO minus. This particular group is going to be COO minus. Okay, and then comes is our final part, that is the metal what I was speaking about. So metal is going to be as Na plus. Okay, Na plus. So now what we have here is going to be first one. R is nothing more than this entire big particular chain. Which chain are we speaking here? Is from here to this particular point is a R group. ये जो group है वो है हमारा R group. Okay. Black shaded portion what we see right now, that particular black shaded portion is our COOH. Na is nothing more than this particular group over here at the end. Okay. एग्जाम्पल हम देख लेंगे एज सोडियम स्टायरेट. अब देखो यहाँ पर जब हम डिटर्जेंट डालेंगे तो जाहिर सी बात ये है कि ये डिटर्जेंट ग्रुप जो है जैसे ही पानी को टच हो जाएगा वो आयोनाइज हो जाएगा, आयोनाइज या फिर डिसोसिएट हो जाएगा, यानी कि RCOO माइनस एक तरफ आ जाएगा, Na प्लस एक तरफ आ जाएगा. ओके, सो नाउ this section remains like this on the surface. यहाँ पर दिख रहा है आपको कि क्या हो रहा है कि टेल सरफेस जो है, टेल जो है वो सरफेस से अलग रह रहा है. It is not going to interact with the surface. So, okay, it will remain outside like this. Okay, अब क्यों ऐसा हो रहा है? क्योंकि जब भी हम इस टेल सेक्शन को देखेंगे वो टेल सेक्शन यूजुअली क्या हो जाएगा? Hydrophobic. Now, what is hydrophobic? Hydrophobic, in a sense, it is not interacting with water. It cannot interact with water. It is not getting attracted towards water. It repels water. Okay. On the other hand, if we observe this particular head over here, this head, what we are speaking, यानी कि ये जो बड़ा सा head है, okay. So this particular head, what we have right now, is going to be hydrophilic in its nature. Okay, so it's now hydrophilic. In a sense, it is going to interact. It is going to interact with water. So at simple concentration, यानी कि at a very, very low concentration, the entire detergent will try to tend and come over here in such manner. But as I increase the concentration, what will happen? The detergent will try to go inside. But once it tries to go inside the beaker, that time all these particular particles will try to come close to each other and they start forming an aggregation. Aggregation जैसे ही हमने पिछली बार देख लिया था. Okay, so it is going to form an aggregation like this. मगर अब यहाँ पर समझने वाली बात ये है कि टेल कहाँ रहेगा. ओके, अब देखो मैंने बोल दिया था कि टेल जो है वो हाइड्रोफोबिक है. हाइड्रोफोबिक यानी कि क्या हो जाएगा? वाटर के साथ कोई इंटरेक्शन नहीं रखेगा. जैसे ही ये पार्टिकल्स अंदर जाएंगे यानी कि यहाँ पर सब कुछ पानी ही रहेगा. राइट, दिस इज एंटायरली इट्स गोइंग टू बी अ वाटर सेक्शन and therefore it is not going to interact with water. There is only one way to avoid the interaction with water, and that is the tail part will start to come inside something like this. Okay, so this all the particles will be having their tail which is going to be inside. So now this is going to be the cluster which is going to have around hundreds of ions together. Now I'm saying over here as ions, I'm not saying here as a molecule, because this particular particle is going to have a particular, what you can say as a charge on the surface. Okay, यहाँ पर जो particle अभी form हो जाएगा, यहाँ पर इसके ऊपर charge आ जाएगा क्योंकि हमारा COO minus, अभी यहाँ पर देखो जो section में highlight करूँगा वो सब कुछ आपका COO minus रहेगा. Okay, so this section COO minus, this section COO minus, correct, this section COO minus. So entirely all these particular circles what you see is going to be COO minus. Yani ki this entire section is going to be a negatively charged. Okay, and now this particle what you are getting here, okay, this particle what we are getting here It's called as the micelle. Okay, this is your micelle, how it is formed. Done. Now, what is it is going to be used in? I'll show it in the next slide. Okay, so right now, what we have understood is whenever we speak about a detergent usually is a very big molecule, and this particular very big molecule has two parts in it. यहाँ पर जो first diagram हमने देख लिया है, this is a molecule wherein this molecule is going to have a very big chain, a tail system. यहाँ पर जो ब्लैक कलर से हमने मार्क किया है यहाँ हेड तक, ये टेल रहेगा, और ये टेल का क्या नेचर था? हाइड्रोफोबिक। हेड का जो नेचर है वो रहेगा हाइड्रोफिलिक, यानी कि वो इंटरेक्ट करेगा पानी के साथ। ओके, एट स्मॉलर टेम्परेचर, सॉरी, एट द स्मॉलर कॉन्सेंट्रेशन, all these particular molecules will try to come and settle on the surface, right? Something like this. यहाँ पर जो हमने दिखा दिया है वैसे ही हो गया, correct? So after that, what is going to happen is, as the concentration increases, these particles will try to get into the water system, forming an aggregate in such a way that the tails are facing each other, while all their heads are facing towards the water. And this cluster, we call it as a micelle, which occurs at a particular temperature, which we call it as a Kraft temperature, and a particular concentration, which we call it as the CMC, critical micelle concentration. Quite simple, right? Now, let's observe the figures actually. First one, the example that what we had taken was RCOO minus Na plus. R यहाँ पर tail रहेगा, COO minus head रहेगा, Na plus is going to be detached. So soap is a sodium or a potassium salt of a long chain fatty acid. उसका बारे में हमने already देख लिया है, which has been represented as RCOO minus Na plus, right? So this is the exact structure. See, observe. Now there, what we have. Okay, so this is your tail section. यहाँ पर जहाँ तक जो है वो tail section है, यहाँ से यहाँ जो है वो head section है। क्या बोल रहे हैं tail section के बारे में? Tail section which is there, it is hydrophobic, and head which is there, that is a hydrophilic in nature. Okay, quite simple as that. Now, so that was a basic thing what you have to understand. Okay, now example, what we have is a sodium stearate. Okay, so what will happen once it goes into the system? पानी के अंदर जो चला जाता है, बाद में क्या होगा? All the head will start to come close to each other, or they will face each other, and all these particular heads is going to face towards the water, right? This is how it will form. Now, okay, so soap micelle is a three-dimensional structure है. Okay, so that is how it is going to be formed. Now, coming towards the next one, that is called as the cleansing action of soap. But before going forward with the cleansing action of soap, is there anyone who wants me to repeat anything, or you have not understood anything? Please let me know through the chat. You can just type down the concept which you want to know in the chat. Okay, no one has any problem. Anyone has any problem? Please let me know. Okay, Adil, no. Okay, fine. Anyone else? So I hope you have understood the micelle formation quite easy. Okay, I would prefer you studying that micelle formation. Okay, because that is the most important part. Done. So now, actually, I have missed one small section here, which is called as the cleansing action of soap. जो मैंने यहाँ पर PPT में डालना भूल गया था. But I will explain you the concept. It's very easy. If you have understood the micelle concept, ये भी उसी तरह ही है, same to same रहेगा. Okay. Now, cleansing action of soap. I will just write down over here. First, what we have is Okay, cleansing action of soap. In simple terms, how our soap will work. Okay, let us say that we have a particular shirt, the shirt which one person has wore for almost like a one entire day, and he has traveled a lot. Now what will happen at the collars and at the sleeves? Simple thing, there will be dust, there will be dirt, correct? Knowingly or unknowingly, there will be a lot of dirt which is going to be accumulated. And if he has come walking and all, there will be sweat. Okay, now sweat in a sense, what is going to happen? It is going to be like a oil, right? For a moment, let us say that this is the surface of cloth. Okay, quite simple surface of cloth that we have here. And on the surface of cloth, there is a small amount of dirt what has been accumulated. Let us say this is the dirt particle what has been accumulated. Now, what will happen? This usual dirt particle, in simple terminologies, we call them as this particular dirt particle what we have here. We usually, in simple terminologies, we call them as, we call it as grease. Now, what we'll do is, we'll take this particular cloth and we'll put it into water containing the detergent. So when it contains detergent, of course, this is going to be into the water. Let's say this all dot will represent our water molecule. So your cloth is under the water molecule now. So in the water molecule, we have also added the detergent, right? So the detergent, what it will do is, this particular detergent will form in the same way as our grease was form, sorry, same way as our micelle was forming. यानी कि क्या हो जाएगा, यहाँ पर माइसल आ जाएगा ग्रीस के ऊपर. Okay, but what is the condition? The condition is that this particular particle what we have, okay, it has all these surface, something like this. These all surface are of your soap or detergent head. So as it will start coming over here, now only one thing that will interact with actual grease, and that one thing that is going to interact with the grease is going to be the hydrophobic tails. Remember this. What interacts here is going to be the hydrophobic tails. Please observe, you can see that the tail is directly interacting with the grease, because grease is an oil. Oil does not have a charge, and so does your tail. The tail of this particular detergent has no charge. So therefore, these two will interact between themselves. As it interacts, okay, all this tail will hold the grease very well. And when you put water and when you take a brush and just rub it off, okay, when we just rub it off over here, okay, what will happen as we rub? This particular micelle will take that, this micelle, big one, will take that grease particle, okay, that grease particle along with it. It is going to take, the grease particle will be held in the center, and all these tails will be holding that grease right in the center like this. Okay, it will hold this all the grease right in the center, and as we use the water, as the water will come, this water will take away this micelle along with itself. That is what you see when you rub the cloth with a brush after putting them in a detergent. All the detergent will take away the brown color muddy particles along with it, and this is what we call it as the cleansing action of soap. यानी कि यहाँ पर रहेगा हमारा पानी का section, right? This is going to be our water, and here inside this, is there is going to be the oil. Okay, the oil, or you can say as the grease. Okay, correct. So this is called as the cleansing action of soap. Quite easy, right? So let us start with the next point, that is the preparation of colloids. Now, in the preparation of colloids, you can expect few questions. Okay, the ones which are very very important, I will let you know when we come to the concept. Now, Preparation of colloids contain two different methods. One is the chemical condensation method and one is the dispersion method. Okay, so in chemical condensation method, there are various steps like oxidation, reduction. Already you know what is the meaning of oxidation, what is the meaning of reduction. Okay, hydrolysis, ऐसे कुछ concepts रहेंगे. So oxidation method. First one, we'll take a look into oxidation method. Actually, there are four methods: oxidation, reduction, hydrolysis, double decomposition. And please do not go into detail with this because none of this point will be asked in examination. Okay, so let us just observe the concepts here. Oxidation यानी कि क्या हो जाएगा, one of the reactant is going to be oxidized and that oxidized product will act as a dispersed phase. Quite simple as that. यानी कि डिस्पर्शन मीडियम रहेगा और उसमें जो ऑक्सीडाइज होके बाहर आएगा वो पार्टिकल विल बी हैविंग अ साइज ऑफ योर कोलाइड्स. Okay, so when hydrogen sulfide gas is passed through the solution of sulfur dioxide, a milky colloidal sulfur is obtained. Now here, okay, here your sulfur is getting oxidized. Please observe, this is a sulfur which is getting oxidized. और जो बाकी का रह रहा है क्या रह रहा है, पानी ही रह रहा है, right? So water is acting as your dispersion medium. This is acting as dispersion medium while this is acting as a dispersed phase. Okay, quite simple as that. And sulfur is getting oxidized, so therefore it is called as the oxidation method. Okay, so let's observe with the next one, that is the reduction method. Same to same concept again. Instead of oxidation, what is going to happen here is one of the reactant is going to get reduced, and that reduced part will come into the dispersed medium as a dispersed phase. यानी कि छोटा सा पार्टिकल आ जाएगा डिस्पर्शन मीडियम में एंड वो पार्टिकल का साइज जो रहेगा वो कोलाइडल पार्टिकल के रेंज में रहेगा. करेक्ट. सो when a very dilute solution of gold chloride is reduced with formaldehyde or tannin solution or stannous chloride, okay, gold sol will be obtained. So what who is getting reduced here is our gold. Okay, so gold is getting reduced, therefore gold particle will come into the solution of stannous chloride, and this particular gold will be having the size of colloidal particles. Double decomposition. Okay, so double decomposition, what is going to be the double decomposition here? Okay, यहाँ पर जब हमारे पास दो रिएक्टेंट है, दोनों रिएक्टेंट ओके जैसे ही वो रिएक्ट करेंगे डबल दो टाइम डिकम्पोजिशन हो जाएगा. फॉर एग्जांपल व्हेन 1% of arsenic oxide is added in water and it is added to an equal amount of hydrogen sulfide, intense yellow color आ जाएगा. ओके, नेगेटिवली चार्ज आर्सेनिक सल्फाइड फॉर्म हो जाएगा क्योंकि आर्सेनिक ऑक्साइड okay it is going to react with hydrogen sulfide, so arsenic sulfide will be formed. Excess of hydrogen sulfide is going to be removed by passing hydrogen gas. Okay, so this is how it is going to be formed. यानी कि हमारा जो reactant है सॉरी कोलाइडल पार्टिकल है आर्सेनिक सल्फाइड बन जाएगा और डिस्पर्शन मीडियम जो है वो बनेगा वाटर. ओके, नाउ hydrolysis, last method under chemical methods. Now हाइड्रोलाइसिस यानी कि हम क्या करेंगे, हम एक रिएक्टेंट को ले रहे हैं दैट इज फेरिक क्लोराइड, उसको पानी डाल के उसको रिफ्लेक्स कर दो यानी कि हीट कर दो उसको. फेरिक हाइड्रोक्साइड जो बनेगा ये पार्टिकल, this particular particle will start acting as your colloidal particle. This one will start acting as colloidal particle and this one is going to be the dispersion medium. Dispersion medium यानी कि that particular particle which is greater in quantity. Right? Now, any problem anyone has, because sir has said that we have last 5 minutes, and if there is anyone who wants to ask any questions, we are open for questions now. Okay, I'm waiting for the questions. If anyone has any doubts, anything that you people want me to again revise in just 5 minutes, it will do good. So I hope everyone has understood all the concepts. Now, if I want to go with the next one, that is called as a Bredig-Zark method, one of the most important concept that you can expect in examination, that will take a little bit more time, like around, at least I need around 10 to 15 minutes in order to complete that. So I do not want to start right now, and it is going to be a hell lot of load for you people. Okay. And after that, there are very, very smaller examples. This is Bredig-Zark method, peptidization methods, purification of salts. Okay. So preparation of colloids. So you can expect the entire chapter to be completed by this weekend. And is there anything that you want, like a notes or anything? Please let us know. Okay, so that I will send you the notes directly on the group, from where you can take down, and you can just go on studying until we meet, and then we can see what we can do.